Well, all week long, we've been preparing you for Valentine's Day, and this morning we are also making something that will allow you to indulge. Chef Jon-Paul is here to show us how to make something simple and elegant. I'm thinking truffles because that's what it says behind me.
You are so good.
Wow.
You know, well, actually, we're making truffles because I was in our restaurant. We have two restaurants, as you know, Lacole and L'Academy. And every year we try to do something special on Valentine's Day. And I was talking with the chef in L'Academy, and she was going to put little truffles, little something extra with our desserts. And I thought, it's such a simple thing. Well, let me just show you how to make it. I'd still love you to come into the restaurant, but let me show you how to make this at home, because you got to have something super sexy and super chocolatey for Valentine's Day. And this is definitely the ticket. All I really need is heavy cream. All right, which we like, and I'm using something called manufacturing cream, which means that it's 40% butter fat, which means that it's the really good stuff. You don't want to use half and half. You don't want to use milk. You want to make sure you have that full fat cream, okay? So I'm going to use cream and beautiful dark chocolate. Now I'm using chocolate chips and chunks of chocolate, but spend the money. Those Nestle's Toll House chips contain a lot of other stuff than chocolate because they want you to hold their chip shape, right? When you make a cookie, you don't want the chocolate to melt all over the place. So they contain waxes and paraffins that hold their shape well, but it really makes the chocolate taste waxy. So go out, I go to places like Cost Plus World Market. They have a phenomenal chocolate selection, but make sure you get something semi-sweet, bittersweet, something dark. Don't go with milk because you're gonna dilute it with the cream, okay? Now, here's the ratio. Equal parts of cream to chocolate. That's it, which means if I'm using a pound of chocolate, I need a pound or a pint, 16 ounces of cream. I take my cream, bring it to a boil, and then just pour it over my chocolate and let it sit. Now at this point, the chocolate is going to melt into the cream, but I can add other flavors to it. So I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. But if you wanted to juice it up a little bit, you could add amaretto, you could add rum, you could add espresso, you could really, any flavor. This is a perfect palette just to build off of. And then just slowly start mixing your chocolate together, and you end up with this incredibly sexy, silky mixture. Now, the truffle came it's basically to mimic the underground truffle. Now the underground truffle is just a mushroom that grows anywhere, and it grows in the dirt. And when I was just a little Jon-Paul, I was in culinary school, and we were studying about truffles, and they showed us these color plates of a truffler in Europe. And it was this little old impish guy, and he had this little pointed hat, a little pointed white beard, and he had a little walking stick, and he had a pig. Now, they use a pig to find truffles because they can't plant them anywhere. They just grow randomly. The only thing they know for sure is if it's a great truffle year, it's a bad wine year, and vice versa. That's the only thing they know for sure about growing these things. So they use wild pigs and wild dogs because the truffles smell like pheromones. So basically, the pig thinks there's a female underneath the ground, and he wants to get at it, all right? So they show the truffler, and they're walking through the countryside, and the truffler, a little impish guy, right, yodeling, walking across the hills, and then all of a sudden, the pig kind of strains against his leash, and the truffler leans back, and the pig starts rooting around, and then the truffler takes what you think is a stick, but it's actually a club, and he cracks the pig on the top of the head with it to stop him from digging because he's going to eat the truffle. And the next picture is the pig, kind of like with stars and circles, and the truffler standing there holding this beautiful, dirty little orb of mushroom. Well, the French chefs in Europe several years ago said, well, it's such a delicacy, how about if we did something for dessert, but not use the mushroom, but kind of mimic the way it looks? So what they did was, they took that ganache mixture, so I'm going to let that cool overnight, and it solidifies into a chunk like this, all right? And I put it on my spoon, and I drop it into cocoa, so that the cocoa simulates dirt, all right? But I'm basically just putting chocolate on top of chocolate, and then just strain it out like that, and you have what looks like a little clod of truffle. And then we just serve those up. And they're so simple and so elegant. And like I said, you can really do anything with them. You can make them today, store them in the fridge. They're incredibly decadent, incredibly rich, and perfect for after dinner. Just one or two, you don't need too many. But simple to make, lickety-split. Kaylee, what do you think?
First of all, you made that so easy, and I have to tell you, I can't wait to share that truffle story. I never knew. Who knew? That was fun. Such a visual, too. I saw the yodeler, you know, the little guy on The Price is Right who goes up.
That was it. Had a little shawl on. But no, come on down and visit us at the L'Academy Cafe. We still have reservations for Valentine's Day. You can go to opentable.com or Dine with SCI. dinewithsci.com and make a reservation online. It's that easy.
Well, great. Happy Valentine's Day.
And to you.
Tell your wife as well. Well,